Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be saying my results of the Big Five personality test, more known as the OCEAN, the acronyms of those. So OCEAN stands for openness, conscientious, extroversion, agreeable, and neuroticism. So first I just want to break down what those mean, what I learned from the article and the videos, but also just saying some personality traits of these words. So openness, when you think of someone who's an open person, they're open to new ideas, excited to explore. Conscientious is they're not as excited, but more of a serious person. Could even be someone who overthinks a lot. An extroversion is when you just think of that, first thing that pops in your head is someone who's talkative and more outgoing. Agreeable is they are someone who is kind by nature, thinking of others always, and the negative side to that could be that they don't think about themselves a lot, but they are always very giving. That can be good and bad. But neuroticism is they're easily stressed, overthinking, overwhelmed with anxiety, and so that can be more of a negative emotion. But some personality traits that I wrote down for them: for openness, appreciation of creative things, open to experience more things. They're also more aware of their feelings, so that's an advantage, just to know what they want, I guess. But the negative side could be, or the opposite, is that someone who does not like change, says no to new ideas, thinks more concretely and not very abstract. So conscientious, impulse control, they are someone who plans tasks and thinks a lot before acting. They like a firm schedule, which those are also positive traits. But the opposite would be someone who procrastinates, who does not think before they speak, who does not like structure, and someone who is not on time. Some things I wrote down for extroversion is talkative, likes to be the center of attention. The negative side could be that they don't think before they speak as well as conscientious. Not having many close friends. They are well known, but they don't have any people that are very close to them. Harder to think deeply. The opposite could be an introvert, someone who would rather be alone. Then for neuroticism, I put mostly negative, anxiety, depression, gets upset easily, and just has kind of unstable emotions. So let's talk about my scores now. So for openness, I had a 28. Conscientious, I got a 30. Extroversion was a 27. Agreeable was a 33. Neuroticism was a 19. So now I'm going to explain whether or not I really believe that those align with, who I am, just because score doesn't define that. I think for openness first, the 28, that is a higher score, and I think that it could fit me because I would like to believe that I'm a more open-minded person. I think that I can adapt to new situations, especially in work, school, and at home life as well. So I try to enjoy new and different perspectives, and I think that even just my professional my professional life, my career, I think that being an open person is really important, just because I am majoring in communications, but I also want to go more into real estate and business on the side. So just it's very unexpected, and you have to be open to anything. And yeah. Okay, so the next score was, after openness, conscientious, which I scored a 30, which is also higher, on the higher side. I feel like that could be measured by how organized and goal-oriented that I am, or how someone is. I think this could be accurate. Like, right now I'm planning to transfer colleges, so I really have to, take my responsibilities, seriously. I feel like I do overthink, but I'm someone who plans for the future and just is really plan focused, I guess. And especially right now, just with transfer and everything, I've just been following like what kind of path I want to take towards my next school. But yeah, I think it's still really important for my career, and time management is something I also really want to work on. If I feel like, even though it says you could be good at time management, I know that's something that I definitely want to be better at. Also staying consistent, I think that's something that is a good trait to have, and I believe that I have that as well. So next was extrovert, and I said how I scored 27. So I would say that it fits me pretty well, depending on, I feel like, just the scenery. But I know that I do like get energy from social interactions with others, and I feel like I can be a very social person at times. I also think that what is good is that, like, a strength is that I know when it has to be professional as well, in just different settings, school, business. I also do work in customer service in the food industry, so that's, you always have to be talking to people, you always have to just be alert and be there. So I feel like that's where the extroversion comes out, and I'm able to speak to a bunch of different people. But I also think that, yes, it will help me in my future career. Next was the agreeableness, which is actually the one that I scored the highest on. I think it measures different things. It can measure kindness, empathy, cooperation, and how you get along with others. I think that it can be accurate. I do care about a lot of people, and I value, my relationships with my family, my friends, and everything like that. I feel like I'm a very understanding person as well, and supportive. In a career setting, I believe that this can help me build clients and be someone who's more warm and approachable. However, a possible downside, as I stated earlier, of being highly agreeable would be setting boundaries and when to be able to say yes or no, or anyway, yes, that is something that I would need to be more aware of. So lastly, neuroticism, which I scored a 19 on, which is lower compared to the other traits. As I stated, that measures emotional instability, anxiety, and how someone reacts to stress. And I think that a lower score symbolizes less or more emotional stability. And I think this is somewhat accurate. While I do experience stress like everyone else, I try to handle it in a more balanced way. Of course, everyone has their days, but I feel like I try not to let that mindset stick, because I just feel like that's the type of person I've been trying to be lately, just sticking to be more productive and more patient, just to have more goals. And being busy definitely helps, but I would not say that, every day is perfect or every day I am completely happy. But I think that it teaches me to overcome challenges 100%, and it will help me with my career in a way that knowing that things are stressful and it's okay, and that you have to just overcome and keep going. But yeah, overall, I feel like it really just depends what scenario you're put into. But I think that most of my scores were accurate, and I think it's just a combination of all of those in different ways. There's also so many things I would like to work on, but also so many strengths that I've noticed I have. Even after taking this quiz, it made me think about, filling out yes, no, like what do I think? That made me definitely think more about the types of strengths and weaknesses that I have. That overall, it did resonate with me, some of them, but moving forward, I can use this more as a self-awareness assignment, and I think that it was really helping, all these notes that I took and everything. Yeah, but I think I have some good strengths professionally, and more things that I want to work on in school, the workplace, and at home. Thank you.